Hello. So this little video is just to show you a slight quirk in what happens when you're making a little bit more complex of a panning move on an audio clip. As I mentioned in my article, one of the ways that I like to do a panning move, like a flyby or drive-by or something like that, is to go into auto mode and position my playhead where I want a keyframe and then set the keyframe of where I want the audio to be coming from at that particular point in the clip. So to show you the little quirk that exists, I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to have it pan from the front left speaker to the front right speaker to the back right speaker. So right now I'm in clip mode. There's no pan anywhere on it. There's no keyframe. There's no audio keyframes anywhere on it. So I'm going to switch myself into auto mode. I'm going to show you. So right at the beginning of the clip, I want to be in the front left, and then I'll change this to front position so you can see that a little bit. Then let's say halfway through, I want the clip to be front right. You can see it automatically made a keyframe in the front position axis, and then by the end of the clip, I want it to be in the back right. So now what you would expect is that over the course of the clip, just like you saw me draw, that there would be the yellow dot should go across the top here and then down on the right. But in fact, what it does is just go from rear left to rear right, and that is clearly not what we want. If we look at the other axes, we can see that rear position is the same as front position and going from left to right, but front rear position doesn't have any keyframes despite having me set two positions in the front of the big panner. There are actually no keyframes there, and so all I'm left with is one rear keyframe at the end of the clip, which is why as I move back and forth, you can see the yellow dot staying entirely in the back of the room. So in order to fix that, what you have to do, and I'm going to go ahead and remove all the work that I just did on panning, still in auto mode. So in order to set my front left keyframe, I'm actually going to set the opposite of what I want. So back right and then front left. You can see now I've got a keyframe in front rear, a keyframe in rear, and a keyframe in front. Then I'm going to move my playhead. I'm going to do the same thing. Doesn't really matter exactly where you do it as long as it's kind of roughly opposite from where you want it. Now I've got another keyframe in front position, another in rear, and another in center, another in front rear. And then here at the end, again, I'm going to kind of drag it somewhere else and then to back right. And now again, I've got a keyframe exactly where I want it in each of the three axes. So now this should do as we expect, go across and down. So that's a little quirk. If you are finding that your yellow dot is not going exactly where you want to when you're in auto mode, there's a solution.